In the headlines for this hour on VTV News, Vietnam secure 174 FDI projects in semiconductor industry. And CHIM National Park takes action to restore ecosystem. Later on in a war news, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz lost his vote of confidence.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Hello, it's 3 p.m. local time in Hanoi, and you're watching VTV News. On Tuesday morning, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm led the Public Security Central Party Committee conference to evaluate the implementations of 2024 political tasks and establish directives for 2025. State President Lương Cường and Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính were also in attendance.
In 2024, the Public Security Central Party Committee and party committees and organizations at all levels effectively advised the party and state. National security remained strong, with crime reduction exceeding National Assembly targets. Social order and safety showed continued improvement. The Ministry of Public Security led initiatives in law development and digital transformation, while also supporting thousands of households through housing projects for poor families, policy beneficiaries, families with meritorious services, and ethnic groups. The Public Security Central Party Committee continues developing an elite, disciplined public security force while implementing Resolution Number 18 on organizational streamlining. Party General Secretary Tô Lâm, State President Lương Cường, and Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính commended the exemplary achievements of both the committee and ministry. For 2025, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm stressed that the People's Public Security Force must maintain its exemplary role in implementing national digital transformation policies, preventing waste, protecting the environment, and streamlining operations. He particularly emphasized the crucial responsibility in ensuring complete security for party congresses at all levels leading to the 14th National Party Congress.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính has issued an official dispatch to strengthen interest rate and credit management solutions. The Prime Minister directed the State Bank to implement more effective measures for managing interest rate, exchange rate, and credit growth. This includes reducing lending interest rates and strictly monitoring commercial banks' mobilization interest rate to meet economic capital needs efficiently. The Ministry of Public Security, Government Inspectorate, and relevant agencies will closely monitor credit institutions, conduct thorough inspections, and strictly handle violations of banking regulations, particularly regarding interest rate announcement and unfair competition. Deputy Prime Minister Hồ Đức Phước has been assigned to oversee the implementations of this official dispatch. Vietnam has attracted 174 FDI projects in the semiconductor sector with a total registered capital of nearly $11.6 billion, according to the Ministry of Planning and Investment. Leading technology corporations such as Qualcomm, Google, Meta, and LAM Research have concrete plans to shift their supply chains to Vietnam, develop research centers, and expand their investment and production operations in the country. Vietnam has implemented several decisive measures to develop its semiconductor industries, including improving policy frameworks, launching a human resource development program, executing the semiconductor industry development strategies, attracting investment, and supporting the development of the semiconductor ecosystem. Agriculture, forestries, and fishery exports this year are estimated to reach over $62 billion, the highest ever recorded. According to the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, 7 product categories exceeded $3 billion in annual export turnover, namely rice, rubber, cashew, coffee, wood, seafood, and fruits and vegetables. The United States remains Vietnam's largest import markets for these agriculture, forestry, and fishery products. The agriculture sector has achieved its export target 6 years ahead of schedule, surpassing Project 174's government-approved goal of $60 billion in export by 2030. Hanoi will establish more than 10,600 sales points for Tết holiday, with 22 productions and business units from Hanoi and other provinces participating to supply and stabilize the market. The City Department of Industry and Trade has identified essential goods and forecast supply and demand for the 3-month period before, during, and after Tết holiday. The department has instructed local businesses to prepare inventory plans and organize sales locations and programs to meet consumer needs. Goods distribution will occur through multiple channels, including traditional markets, 30 shopping centers, convenience stores, local products outlets, and tens of thousands of grocery stores. Ho Chi Minh City businesses have stockpiled goods worth $958 million to meet consumer demand throughout the Lunar New Year period. Nearly half of this amount, $470 million is dedicated to market stabilization programs. This early and comprehensive preparation will help maintain market stability during the peak year-end season.
This factory's 2 new production lines meet international food safety standards and can efficiently increase supply during the Tet holiday while keeping prices stable. For this year, the company has committed 3 million chicken and duck eggs to Tet price stabilization. From December 10th, daily egg production will double to 2 to 3 million eggs.
We are committed to maintaining stable prices 1 month before and after Tet. As Tet approaches, we will introduce promotional programs for essential goods. Advanced software will be utilized to ensure timely delivery at the best possible prices.
Members of the Ho Chi Minh City Food and Foodstuff Association have increased their Lunar New Year stockpiles by 20 to 30% compared to last year. Both domestic and international retail channels have also boosted their reserves of price-stabilized goods by 20%.
We will stabilize pork prices throughout Tet and introduce new price stabilization programs. We will expand promotional offers to encourage increased shopping during the Lunar New Year holiday.
69 key enterprises participating in the market stabilization program have finalized agreements with manufacturers to secure a large supply of essential goods at prices 5 to 10% lower than the market.
We will proactively develop plans and propose solutions to the authorities to maintain supply-demand balance and ensure market stability. Any price fluctuations will be promptly addressed.
Essential businesses have also stocked up on goods to offer discounts during the Lunar New Year, ensuring that low-income workers who receive their salaries and bonuses late can still shop at affordable prices.
The largest 500 kilovolt transformer designed and manufactured in Vietnam will begin operating on Monday. Dong Ngoc Electrical Equipment Corporation held a ceremony to launch the final switch on of the design and manufacture of 500 kilovolt transformer project. The 500 kilovolt transformer has passed the International Electrotechnical Commission's IEC factory test standards. This achievement is final step for a Vietnamese company in designing, producing, and connecting a 500 kilovolt transformer to the country's power transmission grid. Developing organic and circular agriculture towards green farming is the trend for sustainable productions. However, due to many obstacles to widespread development, the country currently has only a modest 75,000 hectares of organic agricultural land, accounting for just 0.5% of total agricultural land.
Wildflowers and grass. No one would think that this was once an organic garden. Although some farmers were passionate about organic farming and experimented with new methods, most efforts were abandoned after a few years due to costs 5 to 6 times higher than conventional methods and the market's difficulty accepting the higher prices.
Organic farming yields are lower and take more time. prices are often not agreed upon between farmers and customers at harvest.
Following the organic farming process to achieve a productive farm is difficult, and obtaining certification is even harder. After 12 years, this farm produces organic vegetables, but the packaging label is still at this level.
International organic certification is valid for 1 year, while Vietnam's lasts 2 years. However, the high certification cost means producers must earn higher profits to offset it.
Improving the guidance system, publicizing standard organic input materials, and providing financial support during the initial conversion period is essential to encouraging farmers to produce organic products.
According to the Department of Crop Production, in addition to policies promoting organic agriculture, it is time to define organic production areas linked to key agricultural products. A connection between farmers and businesses to jointly produce organic goods will make finding outlets for these products easier.
And before moving on to some other news, let's take a look at foreign exchange rate for today, December the 17th. Coming up next on VTV News, CHIM National Park takes action to restore ecosystem. And digital transformation contributes to enhancing tourism industry. The Bạch Đằng embankment sketching from the north of Hùng Vương Bridge to the fishing port in Tuy Hòa City, Phie province has suffered severe erosion and landslide following more than a week of heavy rain. Previously damaged by storms, the area faces further deterioration from ongoing heavy waves, putting local traffic and nearby households at risk. Waves have eroded up to 100 meters of roads in some sections. In response, the Tuy Hòa City People's Committee has asked the Phie Provincial People's Committee to prioritize repairs and upgrades to this embankment sections. A proposed restoration project estimated at $5.54 million is planned for 2025-2027. Prolonged heavy rain has triggered severe flooding and landslide in Ninh Thuận province. 6 landslides have damaged provincial road 701, while several inter-commune and inter-village roads remain partially submerged. The floods have affected nearly 700 hectares of ripening ripe crops, with some fruit orchards yet to be drained. Forecasts predict more rainfall in the coming days. Local authorities are clearing drainage systems and working to reduce flooding while helping affected residents restore stability. CHIM National Park, located in Tam Nông District, Đồng Tháp Province, was named Vietnam's 4th Ramsar site and 2000th in the world. However, since 2017, the effects of climate change, such as rising temperatures, floods, drought, forest fires, erosion, landslide, and overexploitations, have significantly degraded its biodiversity. Over the past 2 years, the park has intensified its effort to restore the ecosystem, yielding promising results.
Previously, keeping water levels high year-round in CHIM National Park to prevent fire-disrupted natural processes leading to the degradation of native plants and the gradual disappearance of birds. To address this, the Management Board of the National Park has worked to regulate water levels in harmony with nature.
Under the direction of the Provincial Committee, CHIM National Park is collaborating with scientists from institutes and universities to study water environment management and hydrological systems.
Before installing automatic monitoring systems, CHIM National Park relied on manual measurements and experience to assess fire risks. For instance, staff would visit various areas monthly with handheld devices to measure conditions.
Now, real-time data on soil temperature and water levels is readily available. This enables scientists and the staff to adjust water levels to prevent fires without keeping water levels high year-round. Previously, buffer zone residents used significant amounts of chemical fertilizers, which impacted bird habitats. To address this, Đông Tháp Province has promoted ecological rice farming in the buffer zone.
I found the ecological rice model helpful. Around 20 households have joined so far. The more birds return, the better the environment is.
Environmental education has also been integrated into schools. Park staff and rangers conduct lessons on fire prevention and conservation during extracurricular sessions.
I've learned a lot about fire prevention and about different birds that need to be protected, and the National Park staff explain things clearly. I now know more about trees and rare birds like the red-crowned crane and the Phie, the oriental darter.
Thanks to collaborative efforts from the government and local communities, CHIM National Park has seen strong recovery over the past 2 years. Natural water regulation has balanced soil acidity, native plants such as Eleocharis and golden bladderworts have flourished, and flocks of birds have returned, revitalizing the park after years of absence.
On Monday afternoon, the 12th Vietnam-India People's Friendship Festival officially began in Hanoi. The festival opens with a dialogue between Indian and Vietnamese delegates aimed at fostering mutual understandings of both countries' economic, cultures, and social landscapes.
The Indian delegation, comprising over 35 members from diverse fields including artists, politicians, academics, and poets, participated in this year's festival. The delegation expressed their keen interest in Vietnam's rapid development and the potential for future cooperation.
My interest in this festival particularly were to exchange relations between India and social relations and other relations between India and Vietnam. But my special interest is that while going through the economic stature of or economic development of Vietnam, I saw that there is a rapid development. So our delegation is here to strengthen and promote our relations with the Vietnamese people in different spheres like in tourism, in education, among young people, and also to develop more trade between India and Vietnam.
Since 2007, the Vietnam Union of Friendship Organizations has organized 11 friendship festivals in partnership with the Vietnam-India Friendship Association, VUFO, and the All India Peace and Solidarity Organization, AIPSO. These festivals, alternating between Vietnam and India and featuring diverse activities, have strengthened the traditional friendship between the people of both countries.
This festival includes special activities to help the Indian delegation understand Vietnam's socio-economic situation through visits to various economic and social facilities, as well as historical and cultural sites. For Indian visitors attending the festival for the first time, this will be a chance to experience Vietnam firsthand and understand Vietnam's development.
The 12th Friendship Festival, hosted by Vietnam, will take place in Vĩnh Phúc, Hanoi, and Ho Chi Minh City from December 16 to 21st.
In recent years, Pleiku City in Gia Lai Province has implemented numerous initiatives to preserve and promote local ethnic groups' cultural values, boosting tourism development. As the economic, political, and social center of Gia Lai Province, Pleiku City maintains rich cultural traditions of the Jirai and Banai ethnic groups, including gongs, communal houses, stilt houses, tombs, statues, and traditional handicrafts like brocade weaving. The city has prioritized community tourism's development that showcases these ethnic cultures' identities as a key economic sectors, both preserving cultures and generating income for residents. The preservation of cultural values, festivals, and religious customs create distinctive tourism experiences that draw visitors. By reviving traditional Zurai and Bana festivals with community participations and curating cultural features and local cuisine, the city is developing unique tourism offerings that will attract and retain visitors to this distinctive region. Digital transformation and smart tourism developments are key priorities for the tourism industries. Across the country, many localities are rapidly adapting technology to advance digital and smart tourism initiative, helping create attractive tourism products and foster sustainable development.
Located at an altitude of 1,200 meters above sea level, Mangdan Town is an emerging tourist destination in Kontum province that attracts millions of visitors annually. Through the Mangdan Tourism digital application, visitors can access information about local accommodation, landscapes, and cuisine. The app also helps travelers plan their trips by creating personalized schedules.
It is very convenient to look up information about prices and services at that location before I arrive.
Digital transformation is very effective because it helps promote tourism potential quickly.
Visitors can now use mobile apps to research locations, select destinations, book flights and accommodations, make payments, and share reviews, all online. Through automated guide systems and QR codes, tourists can access comprehensive information about each destination.
When I scan the QR code, there is an explanation at each location, so I can understand more about the history and unique features of this place.
Currently, the three main digital platforms of the tourism industry include the National Tourism Card, the National Tourism Application, and the Tourism Management and Business Platform. The application of digital platforms at the national level has created a unified and synchronized national smart tourism ecosystem.
Applying new technologies will help tourists understand destinations before deciding to travel, as well as enhance their experiences at tourist destinations.
The application of smart tourism systems has helped tourism operators better understand tourists' needs in order to create innovative tourism products, contributing to building a civilized, friendly, and healthy tourism environment.
Coming up next in our World News, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz loses vote of confidence. And death tolls in Gaza from Israel-Hamas conflict surpasses 45,000. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz lost a confidence vote in Parliament on Monday, paving the way for snap elections in February. Chancellor Scholz won the support of 207 lawmakers in the 733-seat lower house, or Bundestag, while 394 voted against him and 116 abstained. That left him far short of the majority of 367 needed to win. According to the constitutions, Olaf Scholz will have to ask President Frank-Walter Steinmeier to dissolve Parliament and to formally call new elections, which must take place within 60 days. The elections are tentative scheduled for February 23rd. The German government has weakened and lost its parliamentary majority after a party withdrew from the ruling coalition last month. Palestinian health officials reported Monday that more than 45,000 people have been killed in the military campaign in Gaza between Israel and Hamas militants. The ministry stated that at least 45,028 people have been killed and 106,962 have been wounded since the conflict began on October 7, 2023. The actual death toll in Gaza is likely higher. 1,000 bodies remain buried under rubble or in areas inaccessible to medical personnel. Regarding ceasefire negotiation between Israel and Hamas, positive signals suggest the two sides will reach a new ceasefire and hostage exchange agreement before year's end. The European Commission's and European Space Agency signed contracts with an industrial consortium on Monday to develop a secure connectivity constellation with a total cost of 10.6 billion euros, aiming to rival U.S. satellite internet service providers such as Elon Musk, Starlink, and Amazon Project Kuiper. In late October, the European Commission announced that it had accepted the offer from the Space Right Consortium for the development of its infrastructure for resilient interconnectivity and security by satellite (IRIS-2) constellations. The initiative aims to establish a sovereign, secure, and resilient communications capability that is free from outside influence. The IRIS-2 constellations of satellites will consist of around 290 individual satellites in various orbits and the system-associated ground infrastructure. While it will initially be utilized for governmental applications, it will later expand to include commercial applications. Germany and France on Monday launches a direct high-speed train between Berlin and Paris, a connection hailed as a symbol of a close friendship between the two countries and a sign of Europe's potential to attract more travelers to the rails. More to follow.
At the launch ceremony in Berlin, attended by both German and French officials, German Transport Minister Volker Wissing said that the new line was more than just an additional link between Berlin and Paris.
This is not just a new additional option on the railway. It is about much more. It's about encounters, about exchange, about merging, getting to know each other, understanding each other. It's about friendship.
It is a great pleasure for me and my team to celebrate with you today the first departure of this new direct line linking Berlin to Paris. First and foremost, on behalf of France, I would like to express my warmest thanks to Deutsche Bahn and SNCF for launching this line to serve our fellow citizens, the Franco-German friendship, and Europe.
The first direct ICE train was scheduled to leave Berlin Central Station at 12:02 p.m. and should arrive at Paris Gare de l'Est at 7:05 p.m. Tickets for the new service start at about 60 euros.
And now, as usual, let's continue with the weather forecast. And that's all the news for today. To rewatch our program, you can log on to VTVgo.vn or download our mobile application VTVgo. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.